Hello everyone, welcome to Swiflearn YouTube channel where we connect live with our lovely YouTube kids. I hope you all are fine. So everyone of 5th grade, how are you all? So welcome to Swiflearn once again. So today we are going to start a topic of perimeter and area, but we would be studying more about perimeter. So everyone excited to know what are we going to do today? Great. Before me starting, let me tell you something, a brief information about the platform Swiflearn. Swiflearn is an online platform which offers you 100% live and interactive classes. Here the teacher is present live in front of you to teach you all the things. Not only that, we also comment that we give a personalized attention to each and every student. How is that possible? By only having a batch of maximum of 6 students. That's right. So a batch will never ever have a bigger group of students, but it will only have till 6. So when we have less number of students, the personalized attention can be given to each and every one. Not only this, not only the teacher is taking care of your progress, but there is a dedicated academic mentor team that keeps a track of your work, your classwork, your homework, your assessment. Each and everything is tracked. Not only that, the timing in which you perform a particular question is also tracked so that the teacher can get to know that yes, you have committed a mistake in any one or two and it's good for you all. All right. We also cover syllabus as per school exam schedule. So whenever you have an exam, you let us know beforehand and we will make sure that each and every concept and all the questions related to that topics are being taught to you. That is why it's known as India's most sincere learning destination. Yes, Swiflearn is known as India's most learning destination, sincere learning destination for classes 1st to 10. So each one of you can go and book a free trial class. Yes, the trial class is absolutely free for you guys. You can go and book and check that whatever I'm saying, is that true or not? All right, so let me give you some more light on the key features. We provide you detailed progress report like a graph or a statistics where you get to know how are you improving. Is your graph going high or not? Not only this, we also teach you here with a SAT exams. What are Swiflearn SAT exams? There are Swiflearn academic test series which are being performed throughout by the world. So you're not competing with your best friend or your group of friends, but with the real world around. So every one of your age are applying for this test and performing. All right. So when you want your SAT exam scores to be increased or you are happy, but still you want to retain that score, so you need to practice. So we know that. So we bring up unlimited practice tests. Yes, you can go and practice as many tests as you want. And these practice tests are of two types, objective as well as subjective. Objective means there are multi-choice questions where you need to choose which option is correct and you get the answer. Whereas in subjective, it's just like your school exams where you need to write each and everything in detail so that you get to know how to proceed ahead. All right, so everyone, I hope you all will try and book a free trial class with us and get to know the essence of this platform. All right, and don't forget to subscribe, press on the bell icon and subscribe to the channel so that you get the updates. So today we are doing perimeter, but when we come up with area, how will you get to know, you guys? You need to subscribe on it and press on the bell icon so that you get to know when is the next session coming up. All right, so here we go with the next session, area and perimeter. But we will be starting with today's topic of understanding what is area, what is perimeter, how to calculate perimeter of a closed shape, how to calculate the perimeter of a rectangle and a square. I hope you all know what's a rectangle and a square. If not, don't worry, we'll start from the basics. Everyone ready? All right, so here we go with the first thing. It's just an activity for you. All right. So what does an activity say? That there are 4 of the dots that are given to you and you need to join the dots. All right. Now there are some rules in which you need to join them. Let's see what are the rules are. It says use only the straight lines. All right. So no curvy, no zigzag line will not work. We have to draw a straight line. All right. We know that. What else are you telling us? He's telling us that not to draw a diagonal. What does a diagonal mean? Everyone, do you know what does a diagonal mean? Yes, guys, do you know what's a diagonal mean? No? All right, don't worry, I'll let you know. See, diagonal means going from this to this end, like a slanting line. This is known as diagonal. So is he allowing us? No, he's saying no to the diagonal. All right, so we are not drawing the diagonal. So let's try how can we draw a 4 points being joined together. How can we do that? So he said to make a straight line. So let's try to make a straight line. Diagonals are not allowed. So let's go to this point. Coming down from this point, it's only this option because diagonals are not allowed, right? Great. Now going towards the left-hand side. Now going straight up. Okay, so yes, we go. We have joined the dots. But what have we got after joining the dots? What is it? Anyone? Yes, that's right, guys. It's a square. Superb. So you know what's a square is? Great then. So we have joined it and we got such a figure. Now, what is happening is when we talk about this figure, what is the inside portion which was colored? What do we call that? Any idea? What do we call inside this pink color? Yes? All right, so this is known as the area of a square. Don't worry, we'll start in detail. So area refers to the inside space. All right? Okay, coming on to next one, let's take another example. Suppose you have a drawing competition in your school and everyone is going to have a white sheet and some colors. So right now we all have a drawing sheets, right? And we start drawing the things and paints with that or color with it, right? So same is happening a scenario here. ऐसा ही कुछ कर रहे हैं हम. यहाँ पे एक drawing competition हो रहा है आपके स्कूल में और आप सबके पास sheets and colors. All right. Now what happens before starting the drawing? What do you do, guys? Every time when you have to draw something, what is the things that we leave on the corners? It's just like keeping a corners or a margin on the corners. What do we call it? A boundary line. Very good. So now before starting, we always put a boundary line on the sheet, right? So what does this boundary line represent? What do you think is the 4 lines that we draw on the corners represent? Any idea, guys? What are this? All right, that's great, guys. It's known as a perimeter. So what does actually a perimeter mean? Perimeter stands for the total length of a boundary of a closed figure. So when I talk about this side, if I am standing here, imagine whenever you have a question of a perimeter, just imagine you're in a garden. All right. And when you get inside the gate, what do? That always the tracks are on the corners of the garden, right? So you tend to go from this areas like this. Now, you don't have another place to go. So you'll turn down, right? You'll come at this side. Then again, this way. Going ahead. Now taking a right turn. Going up. And here you come back. So this is the portion that you're taking and you're making one complete round. Isn't that true? Yes, it is. All right. So what have you done? If someone asks you how much distance have you traveled or how long is the track of the garden or how long is the walking track of the garden? So what do? You walked all around the 4 sides and you came back to the 1 point. So took one of the round of that, right? So you know how long is it. Right? Great. Okay. So this is known as the boundary in which you're traveling. So whenever the question of a perimeter comes, just imagine that you are in a garden. Great. Hence, the boundary line shows the perimeter of the paper here. So if we want to know what's the perimeter of a paper, we need to go and move on these sides and we'll get to know the perimeter. So one of the students said, okay, let me go to the path, but he walked inside it. So do you think we will give the right parameter? Or another student who walked on the boundary will give us the right parameter. So it's a case study. Let's see. I'll go back and show it to you. So there's one of the student who said that, okay, I'm going to a garden. All right. Like we said that we'll imagine it to be a garden and we need to find out the perimeter. So one of the students tend to move inside of it. एक student ने गया यहाँ से अंदर गया और वापस आ गया. The other one said, no, I'll go and move from this corner, go down, then left, up, and then come back. So whom do you think will tell me the right parameter of this ground? Student A or student B? 1 or 2? Yes, that's right, guys. The 1 was not correct because what does it say? That we can't take the diagonal lines, the slanting lines, we can't go inside. So we have to just walk on the boundaries, not inside. So that's why this student number 2 is the right one. So he will tell me that that's the right part to measure the perimeter. Very good, guys. That's right. All right, let's move to another scenario. Rahul and Shivani are two friends. All right, so they tend to meet each other. So is it happening that you have met or bumped up in one of your friend? कभी एक friend से मिले हो? Unknowingly, पता नहीं था उसने आना है. ऐसा होता है ना? Yes, that's true. So same happened here. So one of the friend was Rahul and the other was Shivani. So he said, "Hello, Shivani. Hi, Rahul. How are you? I am fine." So this was happening around and they was talking to each other. So can you help me with maths puzzle? So he has a little problem. So can you all who are watching this video with me and Shivani can come together to watch it together? The maths puzzles? Yes, of course. Let's tell me the puzzle questions. The minimum number of lines will be required to form a closed figure. Isn't it simple? So yes, he says that they are given some points to us. We need to draw some lines and make a closed figure. So minimum which are required to make it as a closed figure. But how is it simple? How is it closed? So Rahul is a little exhausted. He doesn't know what is this whole scenario all about. So usko nahi pata ki closed figure kaise hota. Any one of you who knows what are closed figures? Yes? All right, so let me tell you what are closed figures. So closed figures is a figure that begins and ends on the same point. So when I'm starting here, I'm going here, 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 here. Do you think it's a closed figure or do you think this is a closed figure? So I'm giving you an option number A and option number B. What do you think is the closed figure? The definition of the closed figure says that it begins and ends with the same point. Yes? All right, so I'll give you another way of understanding. Guys, when you try to get inside this room, can you get inside? Is there anywhere there is an opening, any door? Can you see that? No. So when there is no opening so that you get inside, it is known as closed. All right? But now, do you have any opening here where which you can get inside? Yes, from here. So that's why it's known as open figure. So simple, right? Isn't it? Yes, Rahul, it's so simple. So whenever you see an open door or somewhere you can get inside, that becomes open figure. When you have something which is closed, is known as a closed figure where you can't get inside. Now, when I said this, we also say that there are 3 lines required to form a closed figure. But why do we say this? What's the reason behind? Any idea? Let's see. So when I say one of the line, is it closed? No, it's completely open, right? Let's try another one. Now, do you think it's closed? No, it's open from this of the point. You can get inside. All right. So why not make it close? So for making that close, joining it to the point or making it come back to the starting point, we need minimum of 3 lines. That's important. तो कोई भी क्लोज फिगर बनानी है वो तभी बन सकती है जब हमारे पास मिनिमम टू मिनिमम 3 लाइंस हो. 2 पे नहीं बनेगी, 1 पे नहीं बनेगी, 3 चाहिए. 4 होगी तो बनेगी, but 3 तो minimum चाहिए. All right, great guys. So now you know what a closed figure and how many minimum lines do we need? That is 3. Very good. Only 3 lines? Yes, this triangle is made up of 3 lines and it's a closed figure. So we all know what is a 3-sided figure known as, which is closed. So what will be a definition of a triangle? A triangle is a figure which is the closed and have 3 sides, 3 edges, or is made up of 3 lines. This is known as a triangle. Great. Moving on to the next thing that we have, what are they talking about? So can you measure the perimeter of the closed figure? Any one of you, can you measure the figure, the closed figure? Can you find out its perimeter with the lengths that are given to you? Let's see. Everyone, can we do that? Yes, the ones who are saying yes, that's great. The ones who are a little confused, you don't know, don't worry, let me tell you. Okay, so here you go. It says, find the perimeter of the closed figure. So now, when I told you, whenever the question comes, just to think, imagine this is like the place that you are going and taking a round around. All right, take a point from which you are starting. It can be any point, anywhere. All right, so let's suppose that you are standing here. and you're moving from this distance. So where you want to go, you can go right, you can go left. It's just your choice. All right. So right now I'm trying to go towards the right. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. How much have I traveled till here? 5 centimeters. That's given to me. All right. Now I take a turn, go down. अब नीचे जाएंगे 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We came here. Up, how much distance have I traveled? 6. So 5 and 6 gives us 11. Now let's take a turn. Now start counting. How much will it come out to be? 11 plus 9. That gives us to 20. Very good. Now I'll take another right turn, move up. 20 plus 3, 23. Taking another right turn, then going towards this direction, 4 centimeter. Then going up and coming back to the point where we started. This is how we have actually, by walking, made this figure on the ground. All right. So now to know and find out the perimeter, did you get the hint? What was I doing? Yes, I was adding the sides. So that is what is the perimeter. So whatever distance you travel, you need to just add that. So that means 5 plus 6 plus 9 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 centimeters. That gives us 30 centimeters. So perimeter of any figure, whatever is given to you, just need to count and add all the how long the side is. You need to add the length of each side of that figure. हर एक साइड की लेंथ को ऐड करो और वो आपका perimeter बन जाएगा. All right, guys? Great. So let's find out the perimeter of some of the common figure. What is this figure known as? Anyone, can you tell me quickly, what is this figure known as? Yes, that's right. It's a rectangle. What about this? What figure is this? Superb. Great job, guys. It's a square. Super. All right, so now what was the difference between a square and a perimeter? Very important differences. Yes, their sides are not equal, whereas in square, the sides are equal. Both of the figure have 4 sides, right? But in a square, all the sides are equal. So in that case, when I travel from here, it becomes A plus A plus A plus A. So I'm adding A 4 times. So when I repeatedly add a number, what does it become? It becomes multiplication, right? So that's why we say 4 times A, or we can directly write as 4A. This also means 4 times A. That means multiplication is not there. All right. Now moving on to rectangle. Will the formula or will the way of calculating the perimeter of a rectangle will remain the same? Yes, but the way we do it directly from the formula, that will change. How? Let's see. See, the opposite lengths are same. The lengths are equal. The lengths on the opposite of a rectangle are equal. So this side is equal to this side. This side is equal to this side. So this is length. That means both the sides are length and this is breadth. Now, when I imagine it to be a rectangle, like a garden where I need to find out the perimeter, I'll start from this point. All right. So I'm starting from here. I'm traveling here. This is length. I go down. This is breadth. Length plus breadth. Then again a length. Then plus again a breadth. That means L plus B plus B. So what have I done? I've added length 2 times, breadth 2 times. So instead of that, why can't I do length and breadth and multiply it by 2? Isn't that easy? Yes. So this becomes our formula to calculate the length of the perimeter of a rectangle when the length and breadth are given. Why are we writing not in numbers but in alphabets? It's just that the values can keep on changing. एक रेक्टेंगल की लेंथ 2 होगी, एक रेक्टेंगल की ब्रेथ 4 होगी, दूसरे रेक्टेंगल की लेंथ 2 होगी, ब्रेथ 5 होगी. सो इन दैट केस हम हर टाइम उस क्वेश्चन को बनाने के लिए वी यूज अ जनरलाइज्ड अल्फाबेटिकली वाइज फॉर्मूला, एंड दिस इज व्हाट द फॉर्मूला इज. 2 times n plus breadth. All right. So what this means is first you need to add length and breadth. That is important. Don't start multiplying. Okay. Yes. First you add length and breadth. Whatever you get the answer of that addition, then you multiply it by 2. All right. पहले length and breadth को add करेंगे, फिर उसको 2 से multiply करेंगे, तभी हमारे को मिल जाएगा perimeter of a rectangle. All right, guys. So here we go to another topic of perimeter of a equilateral triangle. What does this word equilateral means? Any one of you who knows it? Yes, that's right. A triangle has three sides, and equilateral is derived from a word which says equal. That means equal sides. So this triangle has equal sides. That's why it's known as equilateral triangle. All right. So this is length. This is another length. This is another length. So if I imagine to be a perimeter and find out the perimeter of this triangle, I'm working from here. I'm talking at L plus L plus L. I'm adding L 3 times. That means I can use the concept of repeated addition. That means multiplication. Very good. So that means 3 times the length of one of the side. That means 3L. All right. So this becomes a generalized formula of equilateral triangle. If one of the side is given, you just need to multiply it by 3. That becomes your perimeter of that triangle. All right, guys, then let's go to the next topic. Let's see some of the questions. Before that, let's see and understand what is a pentagon. So what do we mean by a regular pentagon? I think you all know what is pentagon. Pentagon means a side which has equal 5 sides, right? So 5 sides which are equal. So what does that mean? L plus L. If I need to find out the perimeter now, let me see. Everyone knows it. L plus L plus L plus L plus L. So I've added the length. The boy is standing here, moving L, 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 and L. So he moved L 5 times. So that becomes 5 times L. That is 5L, becoming the generalized formula. Right? So it's simple. Whatever the figure is given to you, if it's same, you need to just add it. And if the figure is a hexagon, that means you'll multiply it by 6L. If it is decagon, it will be 10L. Right? So that's simple as that. If it's a generalized form, it's a regular, have all the sides equal, you just need to multiply with the number of sides. You'll get the perimeter. All right. So now here you have a question. Now let me see how many of you can give this answer. So find the perimeter of the following shape. So right now, it's what type of shape it is. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6-sided figure is known as hexagon. Very good. So now when it says a 6-sided figure and you need to find up the perimeter. So suppose for the same way I'm walking into a garden. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. That means I'm adding 4 how many times, guys? 6 times. Very good. So what does that mean? 4 times 6. That gives me, what is 4 times 6? 24 centimeters. See, it's so easy to find out the perimeter. Yes, just imagine you're outside in a garden or maybe a big land where the way you want, you can go around and make a shape. Or you're on a beach and there is sand all around. You need to walk and make a figure. So what type of figure do you want to make? How many sides? How many lengths? So for that, you just need to have that sand with you. All right. So this is how you can find out the perimeter in the real life when you go on an adventure or near a beach. All right. Next question. Let's see how many of you can give me the answer. Let's be quick this time. All right. So it says find the perimeter of a rectangle. Now, as length is given, length is 9 centimeter. Breadth is given to us 4 centimeter. He wants me to calculate the perimeter. So perimeter is, what's the formula of the perimeter, guys? Yes, 2 times length plus breadth. So what does that mean? So let me write 2 times, what's length? 9 plus 4. Isn't it? Now, what did I told you before when I told this question? That first thing that you need to do is add these two numbers, then only multiply. So 2 times 9 plus 4 is 13. So that gives me the answer as 26 centimeters. So here you go. You got the perimeter of this rectangle. That is 26 centimeters. Great, guys. That's a great work. Moving on to the next question. Let me see how many of you can do this one now. All right. So it says that you need to find out the perimeter of a square whose side is given to us. That is 5 centimeters. Everyone, can you all try it? Yes, one side is 5 centimeters. What will be the perimeter? Yes, let me see how many of you can do this. Great, guys. It's 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That is 4 times 5. That gives me 20 centimeters. See guys, if you have not understood, if you never understand or you don't remember the formula, you can use this logic that is taught to you. That is the derivation of a formula. इसी से ही formula निकला. But if you know directly the formula, then you can directly put the value that is 4 times A. A's value is 5. So 4 times 5 is 20 centimeter. That becomes the perimeter. All right, moving on to the next question. Let us say who all can find it. It says the length of a regular, you need to find the perimeter of a regular hexagon whose side of each measures 8 meters. Everyone, hexagon has how many sides? Now, this is the question in another form, right? It has 6-sided figures. So what do you think will be the perimeter? Perimeter would be 6 times sides, right? That means 6 times 8. So what is 6 times 8, guys? Everyone, can you tell me what is 6 times 8? Yes. Can you all give me the answer? It is 48 centimeter. Very good, guys. That's the right answer. Great. So now, will I write here centimeter? I made a mistake. Did you all got that? Yes, it will not be a centimeter. Instead, it will be a meter because the unit that is given to me is meter. So remember to write the unit as it is. जो question में unit दिया है वो ही लिखना है. हर time centimeter आता तो ये नहीं, इसका answer भी centimeter होगा. All right, guys. Yes, that's the right answer. It is 48 meters. Moving on to next one, you need to find out the side. So this is a very interesting question. Now earlier, अभी तक जितने हम question कर रहे थे, उसमें हम क्या कर रहे थे? हमें sides दी होती थी, हम perimeter निकालते थे. But now this the other way around, vice versa. What does it say? You need to calculate the side of a square whose perimeter is given to you, that is 20 meters. So now perimeter is 20 meters. And we also know the perimeter, let me write P as a short form, is of a square. What's the formula? 4A or 4 times A. So if the perimeter is 20 meters and I know the formula, what does that mean? That they are equal. So let's put them and substitute their values as equal. So what in that case, what will I do? We'll say 4 times A is equals to 20. Now, what is a number when I multiply with 4? I'll get the value as 20. This is one of the way if you don't know the transition. All right. Otherwise, if you know the transition, you can only say that 4 is getting multiplied here. When it goes from the other side to the equal to, it comes division. So in that case, I can say A is equals to 20 divided by 4. That gives me A is equals to 5, which is the side of a square, of the square that we are talking about is 5 meters. All right, so you can do it like this also. If you don't know what I'm talking about this and you don't know the basics of this, then don't worry. Imagine a question like 4 times what will give you 20. So what do you think? 4 times 5. So directly you'll get the answer that A is equals to 5. You can do it like that also. All right, guys. So the answer is 5 meters. Whoever gave me the answers beforehand, very good. You did a great job. Let's find out the another question's answer. The next question says, a piece of a string is 60 centimeters long. What will be the length of each side of the string if it is used to form a square? So now when a string is given to you, so imagine a string is given to you and you have to make a square out of it. So what does that mean? Suppose you have a thread. Everyone, suppose you have a thread, okay? And you have to make a square from it. So what are they telling you? They're telling you indirectly the perimeter, because this will be the boundaries of the square that you are going to make, isn't it? Yes. So in that case, indirectly, he's telling me that the perimeter is 60 centimeter. And what are they forming? They are forming a square. And the formula for a perimeter of a square is 4 times A is equals to 60. So what do you think? A will be 60 divided by 4, because on this side 4 is getting multiplied. When I take the 4 on the other side of the equal to, it becomes and change the operation. From addition, it will be changed into subtraction. On the other hand, when subtraction, we change to addition. When we are multiplying, we change into division. When we are dividing on this sign, on the other hand, it will go and become multiplication. Right? So what will be the answer, guys? So this is how we will be using it. So it gives me A is equals to 60 divided by 4. That gives me the answer as A is equals to, anyone who can tell me? You don't know? Let's divide it, guys. 60, 4 inside. 4 ones are 4. We subtract. We are left with 2. And this becomes 0. 4 times 5 is 20. We subtract it. We got 0, 0. So the answer is 15. A is equals to 15. So we'll write the last line as, so the length of each of the side of a square formed is 15 centimeter, because the unit is given to us in centimeter. All right, guys? Great. Now moving on to the next one. Let's see what the next question do we have. The next question says, find the cost of the fencing of a square park whose side is given to us and it's given the rate of interest as well. So have you all guys noticed that in a garden, we all put a boundaries, corners, we get it fenced. So whenever we are going to a person and saying that you need to fence it, अगर हम किसी person के पास जा रहे हैं, हम कहेंगे boundaries लगा दो, तो वो क्या कहेगा कि मैंने इतनी boundary लगाई और per meter की cost होती है, right? क्योंकि ऐसे तो नहीं पता चलेगा कितना price किस rate पे लग रहा है. So that is why it gives us per meter cost. So for that, first of all, we need to find out the cost of fencing. For finding the cost of fencing, we need to find out the total fencing required, right? Or total fencing कैसे निकलती है? With perimeter. That's right. So when I say that side is equals to 250 meter. So perimeter will be 4 times side. That gives me 4 times 250. So everyone, can you give me the answer? What is 4 times 250? Yes, I hope you all know that. Yes, the answer is 4 times. Okay, if you don't know, let's multiply. Do it 20 times 4 only, because the 0 will remain same. We don't need to do that. We know this. So 4 times 5 is 20. 0, 2 add the carry. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2. That is 100. So the answer becomes 1000. Right, guys? Okay. So now the perimeter is 1000. Now what does he say next? He tells me that you need to find out the cost. So we'll say the cost of fencing per meter is 20. So the cost of fencing, see, statements are very important in these types of questions, all right? So 1000 meter is equals to 20 times 1000. You know this? So that gives me 20,000. Now, he hasn't told me the unit. He hasn't told me rupees or dollars. So we'll just leave it as like this. We'll not write the unit. But in case it said as rupees, then we'll write rupees. It says dollars, we write it dollars. All right, guys? So that is your answer. So I could see how many of you have done it before that and give me the answer. Superb, guys. That is why we tell you to be present here live when we are coming up, so that you can interact with us. You can ask me the doubts, and same with the thing, you will understand the new topic. So we are just coming here to teach you guys. So remember to subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon so that you never miss any update from our session. All right, moving on to the next one. It says, find the cost of the fencing of a rectangular path whose length is given and breadth is given, and the rate 12 meters per head. So when a rectangular path is given, can you find out the perimeter now? It's 2 times length plus breadth. Very good. So what is 2 times length is 175, breadth is 125. So when you multiply 2 times, what will it be? Everyone, can you add and let me know what will be the answer? Yes, 175 plus 125. 5 and 5, 10. 7 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 10. 1 gives me 300. So that gives me 300 times 2. That is 600, right? Meter. So I know the perimeter is 6 meters. He needs to find out the rate. So everyone, can you tell me it's 12 rupees per rate? So how will I find out the cost? Same logic and same statements. Everyone remember to write the statements. You'll say the cost of fencing per meter or 1 meter is equals to 12. So you'll say the cost of fencing. How much was that? 600, right? I hope so. It was 600. So let us see that. Yes, it was 600 meters. It is 12 times 600. So what you get 12 times 600, guys? Let's multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1, 7. So that means 7200, 7,200. Same logic. Rupees is not mentioned. Dollars is not mentioned. So we'll not write it. All right, great job, guys. I hope you have understood. So we have done 2 types of question. And one, it was saying that the sides were given. You need to find out the perimeter. The other said the perimeter was given. You need to find out the sides. The third is when the side is given, you need to find out the perimeter as well as the cost of the fencing. So we did 3 types, right? Great, guys. Now, moving on to the next thing. What do you think do we have? That's it. We have finished the session. So today we were able to cover up the perimeters. We understood the perimeter of a rectangle, triangle, square, hexagon, all the closed figures, right? Decagon, octagon, any figure which is a regular one and it's closed, you can find out. Not only that, an irregular one which all the sides are not equal, still they are closed. Closed figure, you just need to calculate the boundaries and add them. You know that also, and we solved some of the questions. So I hope all your doubts are cleared with related to the perimeter, and hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for being connected with us. It was a great time. Remember to subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon so that you never miss any updates. So guys, if you don't want to miss any of the update, when is the next session coming up on area, how to solve the things. So for the perimeter, I gave you a beautiful hint that how can you do it? Just imagine you're in a garden. So let's see what happens with the area, what's coming up. How can you remember that and solve those questions? So for that, you need to stay tuned. Remember to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon. Share it with your friends too so that they can also come live with us and enjoy the session. Till then, take care, guys. Bye.